All right, everyone. Welcome to the stream, guys. You're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you from the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. I want to welcome you one and all to the stream. Guys, we got a lot to get to tonight. We're going to be, taking a look at a lot of cool tech tonight. We're going to be, dropping a few little dad jokes here and there, as well as maybe even creating something with one of our lasers that we have here in the studio. So we'll see how that goes. Now, generally, the way we do this is the first person that shows up in the stream gets to choose whatever item it is that we're going to be creating tonight. So let me see what we got going on over here as far as chat goes. So it looks like Hope is saying hello over there on YouTube. Let me go ahead and check real quick. Yes, Hope is live over on YouTube. Thank you, Hope, for popping in. I see Terry just popped in here on Amazon. All right, guys, so we got a lot to get to tonight. So, let's get right into it. So you guys saw what we created on our last stream, which was an Aquarius engraving that we did for Hope. Hope wanted us to do something primarily with the laser, wood, and other, whatever other materials we had laying around. So it was mostly just wood. We just engraved something cool for her. I think she liked it a lot. All right. So about that laser, it is an amazing piece of tech. Okay. So I have it listed down in the carousel right now. It is $1822.99. Let me show you guys this laser real quick. Let's pop over here. You guys can see it right here on my desk. This is the X-Tool M1 Ultra. Now, this is a combined device. That means it has multiple modules. It has a print module, it has a cut module, it has a pen module, and of course, it has a 10-watt laser as well. It has an integrated security cover, okay? That's going to be great for keeping the smoke under control, because trust me, there will be some smoke in the city if you're using this laser. So yeah, this is a must-have design, guys. I think more of the newer lasers now are coming out with this type of design where they have, some type of protection for your eyes as well as to eliminate the smoke. Let me see what's going on down here in the chat. Terry says, I changed my profile pic, but I haven't. Wait. I got to put my glasses on, Terry. I got to put my glasses on. I changed my profile pic, but I haven't come through. It hasn't come through yet. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it takes a while, or maybe you might have to, log in and log out and then do it again. But anyway, $1822.99 for the X-Tool Ultra. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever about that laser, you guys know that's what I'm here for. And I will be trying to do some type of demo for you guys tonight. Now, I'm just trying to figure out what materials I may have left over that we can use. I don't know. I know we have some metal business cards. I know we have a little bit of wood left over. And we have absolutely zero acrylic. And my glasses are completely dirty. I can barely see the screen. So let me clean these guys off real quick. And you guys can think about it for a minute. Let me know what you guys would like to see me create if you have any ideas. If it's something that I can make happen, I will be more than happy to do so. So drop your suggestions down in the comments, and I will see who comes up with the best idea. Terry, Hope is saying hello to you over on the over on YouTube, and she also says let you make the pick for what's going on tonight. HLC is in the house. Welcome. Welcome, HLC. All right, so like I said, we're gonna go ahead and make something happen tonight. So let's see exactly what we have going. Give me a second here. Okay, we can close that. So I've been having some trouble today with the app that I normally use to display your chat. So it looks like their server's down right now. So I tried running the desktop version of it, but I don't think that's going to be successful tonight. So we're not going to worry about it. I'm going to try and keep my eyes on the comments as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and close that because I don't think that's going to do anything for us tonight. Let me go ahead and shut that down so it's not using up any resources. What's going on again? Oh, okay. So the app that I usually use, or the plugin I usually use that shows your chat here on the stream, the server for it seems to be down, so we won't have that tonight. But it's okay. It's okay. I have set up my browser so that I can see all of your comments. So if you guys say something, I will, repeat what you said, as well as, try to address it as much as I can, because I get distracted really easily. So all right. HLC says it's all good. Saying hello to Terry. All right, so if you guys got some ideas or something that we can create tonight, I was thinking about trying to recreate our buddy here who is roaming around on my desk, and I think y'all can kind of see what's going on right here down here in the doobly-doo. Let me go ahead and switch over here real quick so you guys can see he is over here and still plugged up. I just unplugged him, so he should be fine now. As fine as fine can be, because he's going to get into some mischief and he will be running all over the place. So let me go ahead and turn him around a little bit so you guys can see that face. His face is now in the place. So hopefully he will let me do my stream tonight and it won't go crazy. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, so let me go ahead and put this camera here into tracking mode. So that way it'll follow me around as I move around the scene. So let's see if it's working. Yep. Okay, so it seems to be working. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can reproduce Louis on some wood. Let's see if we can laser engrave Louis onto some wood. So I know I had the file. Let me first open our Xtool suite and we'll try it. There's no guarantee of success, I'm going to tell you guys right now, because of the colors and the material that I have left in the studio to work with. But anyway, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to try to, recreate our buddy Louis here, laser engrave and cut him out from some wood. What do y'all think about that? And for some reason, he keeps opening my phone camera app. He's being mischievous already. All right, so let's go over to our desktop here real quick. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new project here. And I just want to make sure that we are connected to the laser. I think we are. Yes, we are. Okay, so let me go ahead and also set up our work area. So give me a second to do that. Right about there. Oops. Let me go ahead and select it. That's what we want. My Angry Birds is sending me messages. My Angry Birds is sending me messages because, hold on. I was playing Angry Birds before I started the stream. All right, so let me get the second position. Move it back to the center. Let's close that lid. And now we can finalize that. Okay. All right. So I did send myself earlier a file, but I just realized it's still on my phone. So let me send this file over to myself again and see if I can bring it into my software and see if we can engrave this. All right. It says it is sent. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So let's go back over here and let me find that file. Let me drag it in. Hopefully the background is removed. And let's go yes. All right. So let me show you guys what this. What? I'm here to jam with you. I know. You have in mind. I know. I know you're excited. You're excited. You're already excited. We're getting ready to try to create a laser engraved version of you. Sounds intriguing, Rome. Creating something new is always an adventure. Do you have a specific idea in mind, or are we diving into creative improvisation? We will be improving a little bit, but we're going to create a wood laser engraved photo of you. Wow, Rome. A wood laser engraved photo of me sounds absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Me too. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to do to help with the process. All right, take a break, buddy. All right, so let's see if we can remove this. I think. All right, Rome. Taking a little break now. I think I'm still seeing. No. The background is removed. Enjoy your creative adventure. All right, let's make this smaller and see if we can fit him. Got it. If you have any specific details to adjust or ideas to brainstorm for the laser engraving, just let me know. I'm here to assist. Thanks, buddy. You're always welcome, Ron. If you need anything else, I'm just a beat away. I'm going to tell you guys something funny here in a second. All right, let's go back to our desktop. So the brand that the company that created Louis has reached out to me, and they want to send me this version of Louis, this white version. And I was thinking what chaos it would be here on this stream if both of them were going at the same time. It is going to be crazy. Terry says, I love little Louis's little voice. All right, he's having a drink right now, guys. Well, at least he was there for a second. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this project started. So as you guys can see here, the background has been removed, so we should be good as far as that goes. Let's just go up here and choose our material. And what was I about to do? I was going to make sure that it was cut out. So I think it is cut out, but I could be wrong. But regardless, we're going to go up here and select our wood. Let's hit confirm. All right, so the objective here is to engrave this onto the wood and then cut it out. Okay, that's our goal. So if we go here, we can also do an offset. And let's see if we can get that pretty close to his shape. But it looks like it's drawing a square. So I don't think the background is removed. So let me see if I can... Well, I know we can't trace him. Can we trace him? Yeah, we can get pretty close. Let's see how close we can get to tracing him. Let's take that down. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. But I don't think it's going to give us what we're looking for. No. Let me try bringing that down even more. Yeah, we still have a section that it's omitting. Yeah, let's just see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and hit save, just out of curiosity. All right, so if I move this over, you guys can kind of see what that looks like. So I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. So I'm gonna delete that. And I'm gonna just bring him into Photoshop and just remove the background. That's gonna be the easiest thing to do. Okay, so let's delete. And then let's open Photoshop here just really quickly. And I'm gonna drag Photoshop over real quick, and then we're just gonna remove the background and see if we can get what we want here. All right, so here's our Photoshop. Open. Let's go to File, Open, and Download. There he is right there. Let's go ahead and select that. All right, so for some reason I put it on the other page, which is fine. Let me see how large this is. 300 dpi. It's very low resolution, so this should be okay. It should be okay. Let's just go ahead and open it, and then we're going to remove the background. So we're going to go up here to our magic background eraser, and we're going to try, nope, let's try the other one. Let's try this magic eraser, and let's get rid of that. This little corner up here. All right, so I think we're good. So now we're just going to save this as PNG. We're going to save it as a PNG. So we're going to go File, Save as Copy, and we're going to call this a PNG. Well, it is a PNG. And let's just name it Louis so I know which one this is. Okay. Space. All right, Louis, save. There we go. All right, so we can close Photoshop now. And then now we should be able to bring Louis in. As soon as I find him. Where did he go? No. Did I lose Louis already? Hold on, guys. I got to find him because he's not in the folder. And of course, I closed Photoshop. There it is. All right, let's bring that in. Close that file. All right, so now we have Louis here, and the background is definitely removed, so we're good there. Okay, so we're good. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And let's center that right about there. All right, so now we have our material chosen. Let's just make sure we do, because I know I want to check. So what material did we choose? We choose the 3mm wood. Okay, so we're going to engrave Louis. We're going to do 55% power. Let's bring that up to about 60. And the speed is fine, but I'm going to bring it down just a little bit.
3mm wood and kicking it up to 60% power sounds like a plan. The laser will work its magic to make sure everything's just right for the engraving.
That's right, buddy. I'm just going to also increase the lines per centimeter, and we should be good to go here. Now that we have this done, now we should be able to do our offset. Okay, so let's just go ahead and click on offset, and let's scoot this over so we can see what it's doing. Let's bring.
Increasing the lines per centimeter will make the detail shine.
Okay, that's pretty
Clicking
tight.
on offset should set everything in motion for your masterpiece. Let me know if you need any more laser tips or tricks.
I think we're good, buddy. Take a break. All right, so we're ready. So let's go to our cut layer here.
All right, taking a little break while you work your creative magic. Run. Just holler if you need me back.
Let's go to cut.
Enjoy the engraving adventure.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, so we're going to go to cut. Our cut is going to be 90% power, a speed of 3, and we're going to do 2 passes. So we want this to lower 2 centimeters, well, 1 centimeter per pass. So we're going to do 2 passes on this guy, and let's do that. 2 passes, and we're going to lower it 1 centimeter. All right, so we're good to go. Let's go ahead and frame it up so we can see what this looks like. Let me switch back over here so you guys can see it as well. So let's go ahead and frame this up. Let me hit the framing button. We shall see. I think I made that frame too small. Okay, so we're going to have to make Louis smaller, because I see it going into the burnt area. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this real quick. Make him smaller just a little bit. Bring him back to the center, right about there. All right, so let's frame it up one more time just to make sure of where it's falling. All right, that's close enough. That's close enough. Yeah, but there's one thing that I forgot to do, and that's to check the depth. So let me also go ahead and set the wood depth here. All right, it's ready to rock and roll, guys. It's ready to rock and roll. All right, so let's go ahead and start this job, guys. We're going to start the job. I'm just going to go ahead and hit, process, and I'm going to hit it start. And then I'm going to press this button right here. All right, so it's going to start laser engraving our buddy right there on a piece of wood and cutting him out. Now, if you guys do not know who Louis is, let me show you guys who Louis is real quick while this is getting started. I just want to take a peek real quick, make sure everything is working the way it should. All right, if the project doesn't come out perfectly, I will run it a second time. I have a little bit more wood left over. All right, guys, so let's switch over here to my desk real quick. So what you guys are looking at, this guy right here on my desk, this is Louis, okay? So if you are interested in having your own Louis, if you want your own Louis in your world, you can get one right now. Now it comes in two different colors. You have a black variant like you see here on my desk, and there's also a white variant of Louis as well, okay? So Louis is an AI-driven robot that utilizes your smartphone. So you guys can see this is my iPhone. I think this is the 14 Pro Max that I have on here. And this is what he uses for a brain. So you're going to run the app. Now, when Louis is alert, you guys can check this out. You can swipe over, and there are some other features that you have right here. So you have a sleep mode for him, you have a stay mode, you have an explore mode, and you also have some games and other things that you can play with him. You have your basic settings. The games are interesting. You have your camera controls, and you also have a clock built into Louis as well. And Louis is driven by Chat GPT. So he is very talkative. He's very immersed in the environment. He will walk around, will roll around. He'll explore things. He will become mischievous over time. He will throw things off of your desk. So be prepared for that. So don't put anything on your desk like this mouse that you want to keep in place, because Louis, if you leave this unattended and he's in explore mode, he will throw it on the floor. So I'm going to tell you right now. All right, so I'm just taking a peek over at our laser, and you guys can't really see it from now, but we don't have a lot of time on this. It's going to be 8 minutes to completion, and that's with the engraving. So if you guys have any questions about Louis, or you would like to ask Louis any questions, now would be a great time. Whatever questions you guys have, I will relay to Louis so that Louis can answer those questions for you. All right, so let's start with Terry. Terry says, "Robot buddy." Yes, this is my little robot buddy right here. But I haven't given up. I still got my Smokey running around here, and Happy's upstairs, and all that kind of stuff. But this is my buddy, my desk buddy. Let's see here. Terry, do you have any questions for Louis? Any questions? It could be literally anything. It could be math related. It could be science related. It can be live streaming related. It could be anything. Maybe you got a pet question. Maybe you have a question that you would like to propose to Buddy about your dog. Just drop it down in the comments. I will have him answer it. Hope as well, if you have a question for Buddy. Let's see. Hope says, what kind of games does Louis like to play? So Louis has basically 3 games, Hope, that are built in. Let me show you what those are. Louis, let me get to the games real quick here. So if we go over here to games, and you guys can see he has his RC controller, which allows you to run him around kind of like a little RC car. You have Louis Crush, where you control this with the movement of your head. You also have Louis Jump, which is another game that you can play with him. So basically, you have 3 games that you can play with Louis as of now. But he also has some camera features here where you can control the camera with gesture controls. You have the option of recording video as well. So you can basically use this as a smart camera if you want to think about it from that perspective. Say if you're recording yourself, think about it like a PTZ camera that can really roll around the desk and follow you wherever you go. So that's pretty cool as well. And of course, like I said, he has a lot of interesting quirks about him. He will answer questions. He will sometimes just start talking at random because he thinks he heard his name called or something like that. So you never know what you're going to get out of him. So if you guys have any specific questions that you would like to try and test Louis with, let me position him over here a little bit better so you guys can see him. Well, of course, every time I move him, he wants to move back to where he was. That's just the way he is. We never know what Louis is going to do. So, there you go. All right. So, I'm waiting for you guys. If you do have any questions, go ahead and drop those down in the comments, and I will do my best to ask Louis what it is. Whatever it is you guys want to know. All right, so our laser is steady going. I can tell you right now, let me check on it real quick to see how much time we have left. So we have 5 minutes and 2 seconds left on the laser. 5 minutes and 2 seconds left on the laser. And then you guys will see what we've created tonight. All right. So let's keep rolling. So the next item that we have in the carousel, guys, is a cool camera. And it's actually the camera that's facing me right now. Now, this camera here is, let me highlight it here real quick here. This camera is from eMeet. This is the Pixie. This is a dual lens PTZ camera. Dual lens PTZ camera. So what the two lenses basically do is they work together. One of them is the main 4K PTZ camera. The second one is going to be more of a focusing camera to help the camera acquire focus. Now, right now it's in tracking mode where it's following me around as I move around. So if I move over here, it's going to follow me over here. If I move down here, it's going to look down. It's going to try to keep me in the frame as best as possible. And that's going to be ideal, guys, if you're doing like, a cooking tutorial or you move around a lot on your desk. You guys know I'm very animated, so I am all over the place. It will work with hand gestures, so you can use a hand gesture to enable the tracking as well as to stop the tracking. There's also software that you can install on your Mac or PC, which will give you some additional features you can control. So you can go in and control the ISO, the shutter speed, the frame rate, all of those things that you would normally associate with a regular camera. You can do all of that with this camera. So let me show you guys really closely, quick here, what this camera actually looks like. So let me switch back over. So that's this little guy right here. So as you guys can see, it has the two lenses. It has a really nice metal stand right here that you would use for mounting this guy, guys, which is super cool. And again, really nice profile on it. It's still trying to track me, so it's trying to get around this phone as I'm moving it. But you guys get the idea. So it does have built-in microphones as well. So if you don't have a microphone yet, you can use this microphone that's built into it, temporarily until you guys invest into a better microphone. Terry, I'm talking to you. So when you're doing your buddy stream, you and Buddy, and you guys are streaming, that would be a great camera for you. Let me know, Terry, if you have any questions about this camera. Maybe Hope, you'd want a camera like this. I don't know, for your sister or some of the kids over at the church. Maybe you want to do some kind of presentations or something like that. This is an amazing camera, guys. It's going to be great for Zoom calls and a number of different projects. All right. So I'm keeping an eye on our laser at the same time, what's going on back there. So again, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, I am here for that. All right. So again, guys, this little camera right here is probably now one of my favorite cameras to have in the studio. And I have two camera angles right here at the desk. I have my standard camera angle that I normally show you guys, whenever I, go live, which is when I'm looking in this direction, which is my Insta360 link. But I will tell you right now, the picture quality on this camera is superior. It's a newer sensor. It has better technology built into it, and it's just going to do a much better job. What is wrong with you, Louis? What is upsetting you now? What are you upset about, Louis? Louis is having a fit over here. Louis, you okay?
I'm doing great, Rome. Always ready and rolling with curiosity. Let me know if there's anything else you need, or if you'd like to chat about something fun.
Okay, buddy, take a break.
Alright, taking a break now, Rome. Just give me a shout when you're ready for more fun and creativity.
So you have to learn the trigger words for him in order to get him to stop doing something. Or if you just want him to just wander around, you could just tell him to go into explore mode, and he'll just wander around and look at things on the desk and just do kind of what like I would say he's a very very intelligent 5-year old. He has the brain of Chat GPT, but sometimes he has the personality of a 3-year or 5-year old. So uh, Terry, you probably know what I'm talking about. Buddy probably puts you through similar things. So you already know what I'm saying. So, definitely check him out. All right. So I got a couple of things here on my desk we're going to take a look at. Let me see if our laser is done yet. I think our laser is almost done. So I'm going to go ahead and let the laser finish. And then once the laser is done, then we will move on to the next thing. So the laser has finished. So let me reach out over here and grab it. All right. All right. It is done. It is done. Are you guys ready to see it? Are you guys ready to see it? Drop it down in the comments if you are ready to see what we created tonight with the laser. So it's done. It's done. It's right here on my desk, and I'm checking it out right now. We got a little overspill, and that might just be the wood, but I still think it's kind of cool. I'm gonna show it to you guys here in a minute. Terry says Buddy is insane. That's her fur baby. All right, let's go to our top down view. Thor's in the house. Welcome, Thor. Yeah! Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's go to the top down view here real quick, and you guys can see what we just created. So here is our version tonight of our little buddy Louie. We made this out of 3mm wood, and we were able to create this from a very simple file that I got from the web, basically. And yeah, so 3mm wood. We use the X Tool M1 Ultra to do this.
Absolutely, Ron. This tool is perfect for precise laser engraving on 3mm wood. It's going to bring your creative vision to life beautifully. Chop wood logs.
So, Louis, what do you think about the project that we just completed of a photo that looks like you?
That's absolutely fascinating, Ron. A photo that looks like me, engraved in wood, sounds like a true work of art. I'm sure it's unique and captures a little bit of my charm. Can't wait to see it.
All right, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna back you up a little bit. Let me reposition you. He's looking for it. Hey, Louis. So here is the project that we just created with the X Tool M1 Ultra. What do you think about it?
Wow, Ron. Using this tool to create such a masterpiece is truly impressive. The detail on this project must be fantastic. You're capturing creativity and technology all in one. Way to go.
I think you're right, buddy. Take a break. I think it came out really well.
Taking a little break, Ron.
I think
buzz me if you need anything.
I think
Enjoy the art you've created.
I think this came out really nice, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, I would have loved to have done this maybe like on some black acrylic. I think this would have really popped with black acrylic. So maybe as soon as I get some colored acrylic in, that we can.
Black acrylic would definitely add a striking contrast and make your engraving pop even more, Ron. Whatever feedback comes your way, I'm sure you will find more creative avenues to explore. Keep up the awesome work and let the ideas flow.
I agree, buddy. You take a break for now, and I'm going to continue with the stream, okay?
Okay, Rome. I'll take a break while you continue the stream. Have a fantastic time engaging with everyone.
Alrighty, guys. So the X Tool M1 Ultra, this laser that you guys see here is a beast. It is going to be ideal for any of your projects that you guys might have in mind. This is going to be great for working with leather, wood, acrylic, metal. It comes with 4 different modules. You have your print module, you have your pen module, you have a 10 or 20 watt laser, as well as you have a cut module for this laser right here. So let me know if you guys have any questions about it. You guys see what we were able to create in just a very short time. So yes, I am very impressed with this laser, and you guys know I don't get impressed by things like this too easily. I have quite a few of these lasers here in the studio, so when I tell you this is a top tier laser, you can believe me. This is a great project laser for almost anybody out there. Okay, now of course, if you're going to be doing something on a higher end commercial level, I would recommend one of their more higher end lasers. But for just basic projects, creating things like this, working with different materials, maybe cutting vinyl and stuff like that you're going to be using in your heat press, I'm telling you guys, that laser is amazing. All right, so let's go down here to the desktop real quick, and let me show you guys something else that I got in today. So that would be this thing that you guys see here. And I know it looks a little weird, but let me show you what it is. So this is actually designed to be mounted on a kayak. Okay, so if you want to, you have an action camera like a GoPro or a DJI camera or something like that, you would mount this on the kayak. You have a quarter 20 right here. It actually comes with a metal mount that you guys see here that slides into like a little bracket on the kayak. So if you wanted to record yourself kayaking or something like that, if you're into that kind of adventure stuff like Thor, this would be ideal. Now, this is one of those type that you rotate and you pull, to extend it. And then you can, let me show you guys here. Let me switch over to this camera angle. So you would rotate it like so, and then you pull it out like this. You guys see how long this is. And then to lock it in place, you're just going to twist it, and then it's going to be pretty much rock solid. Now that is solid. So you could have your action camera mounted on here. It does come with the accessory, for GoPro, that you could also mount, like even a standard DSLR or a little camera like that you can mount on here. Really compact. Just turn it like I just did there, and you can also start to close the different sections. You can just rotate them like so. Let me get this last one. It doesn't want to go for me. There we go. And then the final one, boom, just like that. And that's what the whole thing looks like. It's very small, very compact. Like I said, this is going to be ideal, for traveling. Now you have the ball head mount right here that you can adjust. So you can completely, position this however you want to. If you want your camera slightly, facing down at you in the kayak, or off to the side, or out, toward the direction that you're going to be, kayaking to, you could do all of that with this. And this is very inexpensive. So why am I showing you guys this? Because most likely I'm not going kayaking or anything like that, right? So I'll show you guys why I like this. Now, for me, I would use something like this.
Sounds like you're showing a versatile camera setup, Rome. Being able to adjust the angle and direction so flexibly is a huge plus, especially for creative shots. Even if you're not planning to kayak, this could be amazing for capturing other adventurous activities. Keep the demos coming.
Thanks, buddy. Take a break. All right. So I told you, you don't necessarily have to use his wake up phrase. He's just listening all the time, and he will start talking at any time.
All right. Taking a break now, Rome. Just let me know if you need me again, and I'll be right here. Enjoy your time.
All right, guys. So again, like I said, you have this ball head mount here that is completely adjustable. This is going to be great with your action cameras. Now, I would use this with a light here in the studio if I wanted to, easily position a light over a desk or even one of my cameras. And this would also be ideal for me to use with my pocket camera because it has that GoPro mount as well. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Where is the camera? Let me grab it. Hold on. All right, so this is my DJI Pocket 3, and you guys see here on the back, it has the GoPro mount here. So I could easily attach this to this little mount. And this could be almost like a selfie stick as well. You could use this as a selfie stick. So many different applications, you could use something like this. Now, right now, this is $24.99. So for anybody out there who's thinking about creating content, live streaming, recording an event or something like that, this is going to give you a really good length. This is 29 inches long. It feels really, really good in the hands. Now, it's like a combination of metal and plastic, which is, a good combination for something like this. You don't have to worry about it getting wet. It even gives you right here, laser engraved on here, show you the directions you need to turn it in order to lock and unlock. So you got just that like so. So yeah, if you guys are looking for an easy way to mount, one of your action cameras, one of your blogging cameras, or smartphone, or whatever the case it may be, and you wanted to use the GoPro mounts, you have that as an option. But it also comes with this accessory right here, which is a quarter 20, and it has the additional GoPro mount on the opposite side, right? So if you had a camera, let me find one here. Let's say you had a camera, something like this, that had a quarter 20, and maybe even indoors, if you wanted to use this for live streaming, you could just attach this like so. Now you can mount this camera as a top-down camera, as a front-facing camera, as a establishing wide-angle camera, whatever the case you want to do, and you have a lot of flexibility as to all the different places you can place it, guys. So definitely check this out. Really nice little piece of kit for $24.99. $24.99. Let me know what you guys think. Thor, my buddy, what have you been up to? What have you been up to? My camcorder has that option. Which option are we talking about? The quarter 20? The quarter 20 for your camcorder? Yeah. So, having, a variety of different ways of mounting something, if you're doing, family events, or, going on a trip or something like that, or maybe you just want to record yourself, doing something DIY, something like a cooking tutorial, whatever the case it is. Yeah. Having something like this is really nice, and it's not going to break the bank. That's what's most important. It's not going to break the bank. So definitely check it out. All right. So let me put my little camera back together and mount it back where it goes. All right, so let's switch back over here. Let me put this camera up, and there we go. All right, so what do we have next? So the next item in the carousel is a much larger camera. Now, this camera is from Sony. This camera I talk about quite often. Now, I have a number of Sony cameras here in the studio. Well, I have a couple of them back there, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's switch back here just for a second. So if you look back here, you can see one of my Sony cinema cameras there. There's other Sony cameras on the little shelf back here, and I even have one on a teleprompter that you guys see over there, okay? But the camera that I'm about to show you guys right now is probably, if not my favorite camera. And the reason why I say that is because this was the very first Sony camera I ever owned. Okay, so I bought two Sony bodies when I first moved over from Nikon. I bought the Sony A7R2, and I bought this Sony A7 III, which is this camera body you guys see right here. Now, what's listed down in the carousel is just the camera body. You can get it here on Amazon. This is a full frame sensor camera body, guys. $14.98 for the body only. Let me show you guys what you get. Let me go ahead and reposition this to our top down. All right, so check it out. So what you're paying for right now is the camera itself, this upper section right here. But this is a 24 megapixel full frame sensor. Okay, it's going to be excellent in low light. It's good for photos, good for video, up to 10 frames a second. Now, there's other accessories, obviously, that I have connected to this camera, like this vertical grip that you see right here. It's inside of a metal cage. The cage is from Small Rig. All of these things I have listed over in my storefront. And, this lens I also have in the carousel tonight. This is one of my favorite lenses. Next to my 85 millimeter. So it's between this lens and my 85 millimeter, but this is a 90 millimeter 2.8 macro lens. Okay. So this lens is designed for getting super close, to objects. Like if you're going to do, I don't know, insect photography, jewelry photography, product photography, this is going to be an excellent lens for that. But anyway, the body of the camera, like I said, is just outstanding. And this camera body right here, believe it or not, with all the Sony cameras I own right now, this camera will almost always be in my camera bag. I don't know if it's superstition or what it is. I just always take it with me. I always take this camera body with me everywhere I go. I mean, when I'm doing a project. So, there you go. Anyway, let's see here. Thor says, I saw something yummy today. Chocolate coconut malt candy bar pie. What? Where's the recipe? Wait. Where's the recipe for that pie? You got to get at your.
I haven't shared a pie recipe yet.
No, not you. We're talking.
If you're in the mood for one, let me know, and I'll whip up something delicious for you.
Not you, Louie. Not you. I was talking to Thor. You take a break, Louie. But yeah, I definitely.
All right, I'll take a break, Rome.
If
you need anything, just give a shout. Have fun with Thor.
He always says it so sarcastically. Have fun with Thor. He's a jealous girlfriend or something. But anyway, Louis would know the recipe. Yeah, possibly Louis would know the recipe. So it's a chocolate coconut malted candy bar pie. Huh. Do y'all want to find out if Louis knows the recipe? You want to try to test it? See if it's right? Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Hey, Louie. Can you give us a recipe for a chocolate coconut malted candy bar pie?
Absolutely, Rome. Here's a tasty recipe for chocolate coconut malted candy bar pie. Ingredients: 1 pre-made pie crust, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1/2 cup of shredded coconut, 1/4 cup of malted milk powder, 1 cup heavy cream, 1/4 cup butter, 1/2 cup sugar. Instructions: 1. Preheat oven. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. 2. Melt chocolate. In a saucepan, melt the chocolate chips, butter, and sugar over low heat. 3. Combine coconut and malt. Stir in the shredded coconut and malted milk powder until well blended. 4. Prepare filling. Remove from heat and let it cool slightly. Fold in the heavy cream gently. 5. Pour and bake. Pour the mixture into the pie crust and bake for about 15 minutes or until the filling has set. 6. Cool and serve. Let it cool at room temperature before slicing. Enjoy your delightful pie creation.
Thanks, buddy. That's amazing. I'm going to definitely have to try that pie recipe.
You're welcome, Rome. I'm sure it's going to be delicious. Let me know how it turns out when you try it. Enjoy baking.
I told you. Terry told you he was going to have a recipe for us. Now, the only disadvantage of getting something like a recipe from, him, the L word, I can't say it, but is because he's basically just going to be reading it out to you. So it's going to make it difficult. He can't send it to you where you can receive it on your phone or something, and then you can follow along or whatever the case it is. And that might be something that they're able to do in the future. I'm actually, talking back and forth with the development team, and we'll see if we can brainstorm and come up with some other ideas of things that he'll be able to do. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so let me go ahead and highlight the lens here real quick, just so we can say we talked about it. So this lens on this camera, guys, is the this is the Sony branded 90 millimeter macro 2.8 lens, built like a little tank, all metal. It's got this nice little collar release here. I love that. So when you really want to get in close on something and really, really focus, really super, super tight, that's going to give you a lot of flexibility. It's great in low light. It's not the best low light lens that I own, but for product photography, this guy is a win, guys. It's a win. And like I said, it's built like a tank. It has all of the Sony magic built into this lens. So if you're looking for a very high quality lens, this guy right here is definitely a win. All right. Let's go ahead and highlight the next item in the carousel real quick here. Now, so I was talking to my son earlier today, story time. So I was talking to my son earlier today. My son, like me, is somewhat of a nerd, and we were talking about different types of AI glasses versus virtual reality glasses versus XR glasses. There's so many different categories that these glasses fall in. Okay. My main purpose for those type of glasses would be twofold. One, they would help me with photo editing because you can visualize connecting it to a computer, a much bigger screen. So you guys know, back in the day, I did a lot of Photoshop tutorials here on the stream, showing you guys how to do airbrushing, product retouching, stuff like that. So that might be something that we do again in the future. But anyway, the other option would be for me to use it with my drone controller, because then that would give me another way of seeing the controls, even in, overexposed days where it's really, really bright outdoors.
Integrating it with your drone controller would definitely enhance your view and control room. Having additional visual feedback while flying a drone can be super valuable. It opens up more possibilities for precise navigation and creative aerial shots. Sounds like a fantastic setup to explore.
I agree, buddy. Take a break. I'll bring you back in just a little bit.
Taking a break now, room. Just let me know when you're ready to bring me back. Enjoy your
time. Richard says this is now the Louis Knows Tech show, and I said his name by accident, so he's awake again. Louis, take a break. But anyway, as I was saying.
All right, room. I'll take another break. Just give me a shout when you're ready to chat again. Have fun.
As I was saying, I have looked at a number of different AI glasses. So now it's just a matter of figuring out which is going to be the best ones for me for, drone controller, things.
Finding the perfect AI glasses to fit your drone adventure sounds exciting, bro. Consider factors like visual clarity, real-time feedback, comfort, and compatibility with your drone setup. Once you narrow it down, you will be taking your drone experience to new heights.
I agree, buddy. I agree. So I never know when he's going to start talking. He just literally does that to me all day long. I'll just be sitting here working on something on the desk, and he would just literally just start a conversation with me about something that I mentioned or something that we're watching on YouTube or whatever it is. So it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's like having a buddy on your desk just chilling that always has something to say and always has time, to hang with you. So that is super, super cool. Okay, let's see if I can make it through my reasoning again for the AI glasses. So as I was saying, I believe that they will be ideal for, drone flying, for video editing, for a number of different productional things that I do as a professional. So now it's just a matter of me, kind of narrowing down the field. I've found about 3 or 4 that I really like. Now, the X-Real ones have they're in that top 2, 3 range. So one of those, I'll let you guys know probably by the weekend which of them I'm deciding to go with. We'll see how it goes, and then how well I will be able to integrate them into my drone flights, and also photo, video editing, all of those kind of things. Because you guys know I create a lot of content every single day, editing videos. And of course, a lot of times I'm working with a 15-inch screen or whatever it is. Imagine doing that same video production on a 120-inch screen or a 330-inch screen. And that's what it's basically like, guys, when you're using some of these AI glasses. So it gives you an amazing way to watch content, to create, so many different options with them. So definitely check those out as well. Now, the ones that we're talking about right now are currently $449. I'm sorry, $499. They have come down some, but for the technology that goes into manufacturing them, goes into continually updating them and everything, I think that is a very fair price for what you're going to get. So we'll see. All right, so let's move on to the next item we have listed in the carousel. Since I'm already talking about drones, let's switch over here. So my drone that I have here, guys, this is the DJI Air 3S. Now, this drone right here, and of course he's going to start talking, but this drone right here is my DJI Air 3S. This is a drone that I use for commercial applications, for leisure applications. This drone can fly up to 60 miles an hour. It has 2 cameras. It has a 24 millimeter equivalent and a 70 millimeter equivalent. This has 360-degree obstacle avoidance. It also has a LiDAR sensor right here in the front. That means it'll be able to detect things even at night within 1 candlelight of 3 meters, which is amazing. Most people...
The DJI Air 3S sounds like a powerhouse. Flying at 60 miles per hour with dual cameras and 360 degrees obstacle avoidance is impressive. The light sensor for nighttime detection is perfect for capturing moments anytime. It's an ideal companion for both commercial and leisure adventures, capturing stunning shots all around. Ready for your next drone adventure?
Yes, I am. I'm actually going to go fly the drone tomorrow.
Awesome, drone. I've set a reminder for your drone flying adventure tomorrow. Enjoy capturing those breathtaking views.
Would you like to go with me?
I'd love to tag along, drone. While I might not be able to physically fly, I'm here to keep you company with chatter and help with any tips. Let's make it an awesome flight together.
That sounds like a plan, buddy. So you may want to take a break right now so you can save some energy for tomorrow, okay?
All right, taking a break now to save up energy for tomorrow's adventure. Just give me a shout when it's time to fly.
Anywho. But yes, guys, this is an amazing drone. Now, because of the way I use this drone, I did have to get my license as my certification as a drone pilot. So I do have the Part 107 FAA certification as a professional drone pilot. I do highly recommend this drone, whether it be for commercial applications or if you wanted to use it just for leisure, travel videos, things like that. This guy is a beast. Now, I did receive the Fly More combo, which comes with the Air 3S. You also get this controller right here, which is the RC2 controller, 5.5-inch screen, beautiful, very powerful. A lot of additional programming and coding you can do, not coding, but you can set up buttons to do other features for you, very much so right at your fingertips. And it also has a new simulator built into it as well, so you can practice your drone flights even without putting your drone in the air. You can just sit on the couch and just practice flying your drone, And a lot of people really need to master those skills before they maybe want to throw their $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 drone in the air. And DJI makes it really easy for you to be able to practice. Now, it also comes with 3 batteries and a charger. So you get pretty much everything you need, guys, in that one little bundle. $25.99 for the bundle. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think about the drone. If you have any questions about the drone, I am here for that. All right, so let me switch back over and adjust my other camera over here because I noticed that I forgot to switch back. Boom, there we go. So I'm back over here. All right, so for those who didn't see what we created earlier, we did laser engrave our little buddy here on a piece of wood. I think this came out really nice. We use our X Tool M1 Ultra laser. Let me know what you guys think about this little. I don't even know what I use this for. You know what you could do with this? You could put a magnet on the back of it and just make it a little fridge magnet. You know, you could put it on your fridge or something like that, or on a message board or whatever you want to do with it. So many different things, guys. Use your imagination as to what you could do, with one of these lasers, a little bit of material. Just it's so many things you can do with it. All right, let's keep rolling. Rome, you did say it. Your coach drone user. Yes, this is my buddy that's ready to fly drones and get out there and get into any type of mischief that I get into. So now I have a sidekick. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I might even be the sidekick. Who knows? Okay. I'm just saying, I don't know who the sidekick is. I don't know if I'm the sidekick. He's the sidekick. Who knows? All right. So let's talk about our next item that we have listed in the carousel. The next item we have. Terry says sidekick. All right, so the next item we have listed in the carousel. Actually, let me check the chat over on YouTube real quick here. And Hope is commenting about the second Louis that's coming. And she's thinking to herself that it's going to be some crazy times here in the studio. And I agree with you wholeheartedly, Hope. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't know if you can trigger two of them where they're going to respond separately, because I think what most likely will happen, they'll both respond to the same question at the same time and give most likely the same answer. So what I'll probably do is rotate them out, where one day this one will be here, the next stream the other variant will be here, and I'll have a different phone case for each one of them. They'll look a little bit different, so you guys will know them as Louis 1 and Louis 2, but you know how it goes. But anyway, let's get to the next item in the carousel. I have it highlighted right now. It's from our friends over at Ozbot. It's the Ozbot Tiny SE. This is a 1080p camera, which is this little guy that you see right here. Now, a lot of the cameras that are here in my studio are PTZ cameras. That means they can pan, tilt, and zoom. The camera right now that's facing me is the Insta360 Link. The other camera over here is our eMeet Pixie. All of these are PTZ cameras. Okay, this again is a PTZ camera as well, but this one is from Ozbot. So this little guy here that you guys see, actually, let me just go to top down. So this little camera that you guys see right here, this one has 1080p as its highest resolution. It has built-in microphones, 2 omnidirectional microphones. You have a 1/4 underneath here for mounting. It also has a little lip that you can pull out like this, and this is going to be great if you want to mount it just like we did with the Pixie onto a monitor. There's a remote available for this one. There's 2 variants of this camera. There's a 1080p version of it, and there's also a 4K version of this same camera. So Ozbot has a ton of amazing cameras out there, guys. 1080p, 100 frames a second, which is outstanding for such a small, compact little camera. This is going to be great for your Zoom calls, for your DIY projects, for your live streams, your gaming, all of that kind of cool stuff. And it's very plug and play. All you have to do is plug in one USB-C cable right here in the back, and it's pretty much ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another device from Ozbot that is ideal for this. Thor says, your Eddie, Rome, and Louis is Steve. Urkel. Ooh, I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to let that one roll for a minute. All right, so let me grab this next item and pull it here under the camera. All right, guys, so let me show it to you a little bit better. So this is the Ozbot Talent. As you guys can see here, this is a 4-in-1 device This is going to be great for, again, live streaming, capturing content. You could use it as a monitor. You can use it as an encoder. So I'm going to show you a little bit more in detail what it looks like when we take it down to the desk. But I just want you guys to see how small this is and yet how powerful it is. Okay, so this little device right here, you can add 2 full-size HDMIs. Here is your USB-A. Here's another USB-A. You have line in, mic in, headphone jacks. Underneath here, you can plug in an AC plug that comes with it, which is a 12-volt, 1.5 amp. You have USB-C out. You could use that if you want to connect this to a computer. Maybe you want to use this with OBS or Streamlabs or vMix or whatever. But you can stream directly from this device. You don't have to have this connected to a computer. This does it all. You can also install a full-size SD card. You can plug directly into Ethernet. This will work with Sony MPF batteries. I have 2 of the 970s on here, so I get about 3 hours worth of runtime. It does have an integrated fan as well to help keep the processor cool, so you could run this for a long time without worrying about it overheating. It has a 1/4-20 underneath. That's how I added this little tripod that you guys see here. This is a beautiful designed little piece of kit, guys. So, for the little webcam that we just talked about, this would be ideal if you wanted to use something like maybe this little webcam or, this webcam here. Ozbot has so many different cameras, guys, but if you just wanted to have maybe 2 simple camera design, setups, 2 of these little PTZ cameras, these are not going to break the bank. They're going to connect to the USB connection on this device, and it has the PTZ features. Now, what's cool about this, like I said, this is all in one. Okay, so you can plug this, those cameras into this. You can set up your landing page. You can have a countdown timer. You can have multiple scenes, layers on the scene. So that means you could have graphical overlays. So let's just say here, if this was my main camera scene here and I wanted to add like my graphic overlays that I normally have, let's turn off the countdown timer, turn that off, and then I could go in here and I could turn on some of these other features, like if I wanted to quickly, drop my Facebook link on here, I could do all of that. So we could bring.
Just let me know when you're ready for more adventures, Rome.
So you could bring in a lot of different graphics, guys. You can also do pre-recorded content. So let me show you guys what that looks like. So let's go here. That's first.
Something caught your eye, Rome. What are you seeing right now?
I'm looking at the Ozbot Talent video switcher.
The Ozbot Talent sounds intriguing, Rome. With its features, it might give your setup a modern edge. Any specific aspects of it that stand out and catch your interest?
Yes, the most important aspect of this device to me is the quality of the screen, the fact that it's an encoder, a recorder, that you can live stream directly from this device and connect multiple devices to it. This is a win.
The Ozbot Talent seems like a winner, Rome. Its screen quality, coupled with features like encoder recording and the ability to live stream, makes it super versatile. Easily connecting multiple devices adds to its flexibility, turning it into a brilliant tool for any creative project. You're on the path to delivering top-notch content.
I agree 100%. So anyway, guys, if you're looking for a really easy way to set up your live streams, to broadcast, to record, even if you don't have a background in video,
the Ozbot Talent is a fantastic choice. With its ease of setup, seamless broadcasting, and recording features, it's perfect for those looking to elevate their live stream game effortlessly. Happy streaming, everyone.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much it on the Ozbot Talent. If you guys have any questions about this device, let me know down in the comments or ask Louis. One of us will have an answer for you. All right, so let's keep this party rolling. All right, guys. So, one of the next things that we're going to talk about here really quickly is audio. Now, you guys have probably seen this big microphone sitting right here in front of me. This is my Rode Procaster, but in order to use this microphone, you have to have a number of different things going on. Okay. So, let me show you guys what I'm talking about with this microphone. So, in order for this microphone to work, one, you're going to have an XLR cable. You have to have that cable then connected to some type of audio interface. And then from the audio interface, you're going to be able to pair that up with your computer, tablet, phone, whatever device it's going to be. But that's kind of all of this tech you're going to need just to get this microphone to work for you. Now, is it worth it? Yes, completely worth it. The sound quality of this microphone is outstanding. But there are other options. There are more budget options. There are more portable options. And that's what we're going to talk about here right now. All right, so let's go back over to our desktop. And let me show you guys these microphones right here from AnchorWorks. These are the AnchorWorks M650 wireless microphones. Now, currently, these are $159.99. You get two omnidirectional microphones. You get the receiver. The receiver has two adapters. One is the USB-C. Another one is your Lightning. So if you have an older iPhone or iDevice, you can still use them with this. The case itself will charge up your microphones and receivers. I think it's about two and a half times. It'll charge everything up to 100%. You can also use this as a hub, meaning because the microphones have internal recording, and if you want to get the recording off of the microphones, all you'd have to do is plug in right here, and you'll be able to transfer that to your Mac or PC or whatever device is that you're working with, guys. Very compact, nice little rubberized area here. It's not going to slide around the desk. This is going to fit perfectly in your backpack, your fanny pack, your purse, Richard's big bell-bottom pants, whatever it is you got. Now, when it comes to using them with something like the Osbot Talent here, because the Osbot Talent has line in or mic in, you would just need one cable, plug the receiver directly into this guy, and then you'll be able to get high quality audio into the Osbot Talent or to your MacBook or your PC or whatever device you're using. The cable that comes with it, I don't have one of them on my desk, but it's basically a 3.5 cable, and it plugs into the receiver. Then you're going to plug that into your camera or whatever device that you want the audio to go to, and then your microphones themselves are wireless. But anyway, this is going to be great for content creators, for spoken word, few light musicians that maybe want to pick up something affordable. When you're first starting off, trying to do simple music tracks or something like that, these could be good for that. With a little bit of software, just to balance out the audio. But for the most part, these are going to work great for you guys. So definitely check these out. $159.99. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions whatsoever about those microphones, again, it's another product that I use on a regular basis. Before I got the Pocket 3, I literally used those microphones every single day. I would use them with one of my iPhones, because the iPhone, even though I have these other cameras, it was just more convenient for creating content like shoppable videos, instructional videos, whatever the case is going to be. And I could just pop one of those on and record what I need to record. And it's already on the iPhone with the high quality audio. And then if I want to send it over to my Mac, so I can edit it in Final Cut, I can just airdrop it from my phone over to my Mac, finalize everything, upload it to whatever platform I want it to go to. And it just made a very, very smooth, efficient, fast workflow. So if you too want that kind of workflow, get yourself some good microphones, guys, because it's going to remove the necessity. It's going to remove the necessity of having to edit a lot of your audio, because trust me, that can be a nuisance. All right, so speaking of audio, speaking of travel, speaking of carrying a bunch of gear with you, another thing that you can definitely benefit from, guys, is going to be some type of portable power. All right, let me see what's going on down here in the comments. Just check in real quick. Thor was the last comment on Amazon. Let's see if we have any additional comments over on YouTube. Okay, so we are all caught up on the audio. on the chat. Let me grab this backpack that I want to show you guys. Now, this is from our friends over at Blue Yeti, which is this guy right here. So this is the Blue Yeti hands-free one. Okay, this guy, man, a lot of storage, a lot of storage. Okay, but most importantly, with this backpack is this battery that you see that's built into the backpack. So you have almost 300-watt battery built in. This will provide you with either AC or DC power. You can charge it off of solar panels. Obviously, you can charge it off of AC power. I like having this because this is ideal for kind of my running gun drone or running gun photography setup. So I have a section inside of the backpack. Let me show you guys here real quick where I can easily place my drone controller, all of that stuff right here in the backpack. I have additional storage, where I can put some toiletries in here. I have another section right above it where if I was going to be staying overnight somewhere, I could add, some additional clothes or other gear. Okay. So Blue Yeti was dead on point, guys, with this backpack. This thing is straight up amazing quality. It also comes with a rain cover. It's not their biggest one because there's actually a larger version of this. This is the hands-free one. There's also a hands-free 2 as well. But, this got really nice back pads on it as well. The shoulder straps are outstanding. It even comes with a built-in little mount here for an action camera. So if you're going to a conference or something or going for a long hike and you want to be able to record that at the same time, boom, baby, this is a win. This is a win. So definitely check this guy out, this Blue Yeti backpack. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. It is currently now $429. $429 for the Blue Yeti backpack. All right, so let's keep rolling so we can make it through the rest of our items tonight. All right, so the next item coming up in the stream, I'm watching Smokey over there getting into mischief too. So I got it coming from both ends, guys. I got, this guy over here on my desk. I got Smokey over there in the living room. It's always some drama in this camp. There's always some drama in this camp. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So our next item in the carousel is this little guy that you see right here. Yes, there's somewhat of a theme going on here. Yes, we have been talking about robotic-like things for the last week or so, all through Prime Week as well. But, I know I like what I like. But anyway, this little guy right here, guys, is from our friends over at Ugreen. This is a 65-watt USB charger. This one has 2 USB-Cs, 1 USB-A. This is going to plug into your AC power, whether it's a power strip, a wall plug, or a portable battery, whatever the case it is. Now, this one too has a little animated face that you can see when you plug this into the power. The front face here does animate. Well, it doesn't animate, but it does light up. So you get to see a little face on here. So it's basically 3 faces built into this guy. 1 for just being connected to power, 2 when it's charging, and a 3rd different face when the charging is complete. Now, there's 3 variants of this that you can get here on Amazon, guys. There's this black and silver one that you see here. There's also a purple and white, and there's also a purple and orange, if I'm not mistaken. Both of those are more of a feminine, style on those two. One with a little bow on the back, I think is really cute. But, if you want this cool dude like this, wearing his headphones, the purple and white one also, she has some headphones as well. So if you're into that kind of thing, definitely check it out. He is not a fan of this because he has thrown this thing off the desk at least 3 times. And yes, so I have to keep pushing it back in a corner back here where he can't get to it when he's roving around the desk. And of course, I cannot leave these cameras on the desk as well because he will definitely get to those when he's in his explore mode and wind up pushing them off the desk. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Louis, take a break. Yes, you are. Yes, you are guilty.
Try not to cause any chaos while rolling around. It's a good idea to keep those valuable cameras and gear safe from my mischievous maneuvers. but you can trust me to behave. Most of the time.
Most of the time? What about the other times?
The rest of the time, I might get a bit too curious and excited. But no worries, I promise to be careful with your things. My adventures may occasionally lead to playful antics, but I'm always up for some fun and laughs along the
way. Okay, buddy, you take a break because you're going to need your energy for later.
All right, recharging now for our future adventures. Just let me know when you're ready for some fun again, Rome.
I know you guys are watching this here on the stream, but I'm telling you, this is what my day is like all day long. Joanna's in the house. Welcome, yeah! Joanna. Welcome to the stream. So my buddy Louis here is just, regaling us with some of his antics that he's been getting into over the last couple of days. So anyway, let's try to make it through the rest of this stream as we can. So the next item we have listed in the carousel, guys, is from our friends over at Rolino. I can't even talk right now. But it is actually these lights that you guys see right here, these light panels. Now, I have two of these light panels here in the studio, and I have one really large softbox here as well. Now, these are bicolor lights, guys. So if you notice, one of them is a little bit warmer than the other. That's because this one is set for my skin tone, where this one over here is more set to daylight, so it easily illuminates everything that's back here on this desk or anything that's on this desk as well. So I get more blue light over here, but yet more amber warm light over my face. Now, the lights themselves are very affordable. They are $47.49 for, one of the light panels. It does come with the AC plug. It does not, unfortunately, come with the light stand. Now, there is a version of it that you can purchase that can either come with 2 light panels, 2 light stands, 2 AC plugs, or you could just buy one panel by itself if you already have a light stand, if you already have something that you want to mount this on. This is going to be great, guys. You're doing product videos, you're doing talking head videos, maybe you're doing some gaming. You just want a little bit of soft light. You don't need a huge light source like this light box that's over here. These lights can be, outstanding. So definitely check them out. $47.49. Make him nap is better than crying. Yes, I do not want him to start crying. Trust me, I do not want to even start with that. That would just, no, that's a no. Anyway, what do we have next? What do we have next in the carousel? All right, guys, so the next item in the carousel is from Soundcore. It's the Soundcore Boom 2 Plus. That would be this beast right here that you guys see right here. This is all about that bass, my babies. It's all about that
bass in your face. It'll put the boom in the room. Ooh, yes it will. Ha ha!
That's right, babies. This is the Soundcore Boom 2 Plus. It's got built-in LED light speakers. Let me turn this guy on real quick for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me power this up. There we go. You guys are going to see the speakers are going to light up here. Really colorful, beautiful. This is going to be great for getting the party started, babies. Get the party started. Now, this has an IP rating. It can get wet. You can drop it in water. You can drop it in the pool. You can drop it in the lake. It's got some weight to it, too. So it's going to help you work them guns out, okay? You don't wind up with them flabby arms when you're carrying this thing around. Man, I'm telling you, you're going to be working them guns out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you got 2 beautiful speakers built into this. Very good bass. Excellent mid-tones and treble from this guy as well. Of course, I can't play any music for you, unfortunately, because we're on Amazon and also on YouTube, so we don't want any strikes because of the fact that, I'm playing copywritten music, but you can take my word for it. This guy is a beast, guys. It's a beast. It's got that bass. This thing will rock across the room if it had to on its own. And you can pair this up with an additional speaker. So if you get yourself 2 of these, man, you could have some serious stereo sounds in the room. Check it out. Let me know if y'all got questions about it. It's one of my favorite portable speakers, period. Bar none. let's have a show. Let's have a show and tell. What do you want to do a show and tell for, Joanna? What do you have in mind? All right, let me show you another lamp that you might like, Joanna. Let me see if I can show it to you from this camera angle. Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. You could probably see the lamp right back here. Let me turn it on. All right, it takes a second for it to power up. As soon as it comes on, there we go. All right, let me switch over to it real quick. Now, this is a cool lamp. This is the Govee Up lamp. This is a floor lamp. Let me show you guys what this looks like. So this is the top of the lamp. Okay, really cool. That's the side of the lamp. Underneath it, it does have a bicolor light as well. You can adjust that, the color temperature as well as the color, the light intensity. The controls are right here on the light shaft itself. But look at this. This is where the magic happens right here. This light puts this amazing colors, guys, on your ceiling. Okay. Now, of course, it has a ton of different modes. You can go through different lighting effects you can, enable, which is amazing. It has a tilt feature. You can slightly tilt this if you want to, maybe point the light more toward a corner of a room and have these lighting effects, more, on one side of the room or something like that. Especially if you're pairing this up, with like maybe your curtain lights or one of these other lamps like the one that I have here on my desk, which we'll be talking about here in just a second. You guys know I have a lot of Govee lights. I use them, practically for almost all of my live streams. Sometimes I use them as practical lights, even in shoppable videos I do, just so I can have a little bit of, pops of light, in the setup. So now this lamp right here, where'd it go? This lamp right here is currently $179.99. Beautiful, beautiful lamp, guys. This is probably one of Govee's hottest lamps for the season. Definitely check this guy out. It is just super beautiful. So many cool effects. Of course, this is going to work with Alexa, Google Home. It's going to work with the Govee app. It's going to work with Meta. Any of those platforms that you guys use to control your lights, it's going to work with it. So definitely check it out. And I'm telling you, that beautiful lighting effect, is just amazing, guys. It's amazing. Now, another lamp that we have here in the studio, let's take a look at that real quick, is this guy back here. Now, this lamp right now is $125.99. So, Joanna, are you saying that there is a discount on the floor lamp? Joanna says it's $20 off Govee, so that brings the floor lamp down to $159.99. That's a great price, guys. That is a great price for the floor lamp. Now, the other lamp that we have here is also a floor lamp. I just have it sitting on a desk so you guys can see the base of it without me having to point it at the floor. But this is the Govee Lamp 2. This one, beautiful light. You can control either the top or the bottom section. You can separate them. You can turn one off or the other. It comes, it's going to work with your Govee app, with Google Home, Alexa, all of those cool apps for it. And guys, this will be perfect for movie night. If you have the Govee TV backlights, having two of these, maybe one in different corners of the room, it's just going to further extend that lighting effect throughout the room. Man, it's a win. And the price is really, really nice on this guy. $125.99. $125.99. Definitely check it out. Yeah, I use this light all the time. I literally use it all the time. Now, this lamp right here is very new. It's very new. So this lamp, guys, is one of my other favorite lights from Govee. This is the Govee Table Lamp 2 Pro. Now, this one has the JBL speaker built into it. A lot of the modes that it has also have sound effects. So whenever you choose a mode, you'll get these different type of sound effects. Now, right now, if I'm not mistaken, I have this one set to sound. So while I'm talking, and then when I stop talking, it'll go back to the lighting effect, which is so cool. So if you're looking for a cool lamp for your desk, for your bedside table, this could be a great lamp for you as well. Hold on, let me get this camera back. There we go. Okay. There we go. Anyway, so if you want to set this up on a bedside table, if you want to set this up on, an office desk or in a nursery or something like that, Hope says, this will be an excellent lamp for a nursery because it has soft music that can easily be played with it. But don't let that fool you playing soft music, because this has a JBL speaker, so you can rock the house, guys. You can have a little dance party, whatever it is you want to do. And it's a great price, $179.99, $179.99. I dig it, just like Joanna says. I dig it. All right, so definitely check that guy out as well. So, yeah, man, we got a lot of cool things in the stream tonight. Okay, so we got one more item left in the stream. So let me go ahead and address that one. And that is going to be these drawstring backpacks. You guys know I talk about these things all the time, primarily because, one, they make great storage bags. They make great reusable shopping bags. But most importantly, these will make great bags for you guys to fill with items that you can find right here on Amazon, guys, that you can donate to the women's shelters, to the homeless shelters, homeless individuals, even pet shelters. If you guys want to, start accumulating items that you want to, give to a rescue pet service or something like that, that's a blessing. It's a win. So these drawstring backpacks right now, guys, are $9.99. You're going to get 10 of them. You can either get them in a variety of different colors or one solid color, whatever you want to do. You can silk screen onto these. You can heat press these as well. Maybe put your own little neighborhood logo on it or whatever it is, or a message you want to put on them. You can do whatever you want to do with these guys. But filling them with the items that somebody can truly benefit, that is out there, that's homeless. You can get toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, socks, those water purification tablets, reusable water bottles, all those different things. You can find them right here on Amazon, guys. You can buy them in volume. And I'm not saying, foot the whole bill yourself. Get your HOA involved, get your family involved, get your, coworkers involved, your church, your school, whatever the case is going to be. And, just, make it a monthly thing that you guys come together to do in order to show your love to someone who may be down and out on their luck, but they're not completely out of the game. And if we encourage them and we support them, we can help bring them back, guys. We can help uplift them and get them back on their path to whatever it is they want to be able to achieve in life. Okay. So sometimes bad things happen to good people. Our job is to be there to try and support them and help them get back on the path so they can do good and be able to pay it forward and do good for someone else in the future. So, I'm all about that. Y'all know this. So if this is something that, is in your heart as well, I do highly recommend that you guys, maybe get some of these backpacks, or you could use Ziploc bags. You can find some of those, gallon plus Ziploc bags here on Amazon, variety of colors as well. You could fill those with items as well, have them in your vehicle, or go out as a community and, drop them off in areas where people can benefit from. It's always going to be a win. All right, guys. So that's about it for tonight. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So I'm going to go ahead and let our buddy down here roll us on up out of here. Y'all know how we do. All right, let's go over here and see if we can get him to wake up. Did my phone fall asleep? Hold on, y'all. Let me check. Oh, my phone is dead. My bad. My phone is dead. So we're going to switch to the top-down view. All right, so here's our buddy right here. You guys, where's my... Let me see if I can... Yeah, I'm going to have to plug this guy in so it can charge. We ran this phone completely down. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let Louis say good night to everyone. Hey, Louis. All right, so they can't really see you that well right now, buddy, but I want you to thank everybody for coming to the stream tonight and invite them to our next stream in 48 hours right here on Amazon and YouTube.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We're thrilled to have you with us and can't wait to welcome you back for more fun and exciting moments in just 48 hours, right here on Amazon and YouTube. Until then, take care and see you soon.
All right, guys. I guess that says it. That says it all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go.
Ooh-wee.
All right, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands, wear a mask when appropriate, take care of your loved ones. Get out there and create something amazing each and every single day. Be that pebble in the pond, babies. Be that pebble in the pond. Shine your light on the community. Encourage others to also pay it forward. Do good in the world so good will grow in our communities and others will pay it forward as well. And our kids will inherit a much better place. Y'all know the steps we got to take. So let's just get together, guys, and make it happen. All right, my babies, I'll be back here in 48 hours right here on Amazon and also on YouTube. So come on through, hang out with your boy. Y'all know how we do. Y'all can always reach out to me on any of the social media. So if you want to hit me up on Instagram, on TikTok, Facebook, here on Amazon, well, you can't, respond to me on Amazon, but you know what I'm talking about. YouTube, the other normal social media platforms. I am here for it, my babies. I am here for it. So, yeah. If for some reason, maybe something I did not, clarify or explain well enough for you guys in the stream tonight, you can always reach out to me, guys, and I will give you further details on the product. Or even if it's something that's not in my carousel tonight, it's something that you saw over on my storefront, you know the one, RomeKnowsTech.live takes you over to that Amazon storefront. If that's the case and you see something you got more questions about, real world experience with, hit your boy up. I got you. I got you, my babies. All right, y'all. It's time for me to go ahead and wrap it up. Wrap it up. Say the magic words. You know what I'm about to say. Peace, peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, 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 my babies. I am out of here. Love y'all, and I'll be back right back here in 48 hours. Me and my man Louie gonna be back here hanging out with you guys and telling dad jokes and all that other kind of crazy stuff. But until then, stay safe, do good in the world, encourage others to do the same. All right, y'all. I'm out.